Discussions no longer on round table, but now in the courtroom. Federal government asks industrial court to compel lecturers back to work. I'm talking about ASUU strike, and hearing begins in Abuja today. Onslaught against terrorists, Surveyor General's office develops 3D interactive map for security agencies, and the floods are still on rampage in different parts of the country with heartbreaking casualty figures. This will bring your way on Panorama shortly, your midday tonic. Thank you for joining us. Bruce Aguere. Remember, this news has been broadcast live on our website is nta.ng/live, and all other of our social media handles displayed on the screen. The National Industrial Court, Abuja, has adjourned the suit filed by the federal government challenging the prolonged industrial action embarked on by members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, to Friday, 16th September 2022. Citing Section 17 of the Trade Disputes Act, Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, filed a referral matter for adjudication on behalf of the claimants, saying the strike had paralyzed university education. At today's proceedings, counsel to federal government, Tijani Gadzadi, SAN, informed the court of the intention of the claimants to file more affidavit of fact on the matter. An application by the Social and Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, to join the suit was not granted by the court, as it considered the application for joinder in the matter as being premature.
You can't dictate to your organization how you will be paid. Your organization can decide to give you a check, can decide to pay direct into your account. One of their major issues is the issue of payment through either IPPIS or UTAS. Yeah. We are saying that cannot be dictated to government. We reserve the right to pay the way we believe is most appropriate in the circumstance.
We intend to join issues with the government.
Let's turn to other issues. The Office of the Surveyor General of the Federation has developed a 3D interactive map to assist security agencies in the fight against terrorism in the country. Surveyor General of the Federation, Adebomeyi Adeyemi, stated this at a one-day stakeholders meeting on surveying and mapping for improved security in Nigeria. With the conversion of the all-purpose map to high-resolution map that gives 3D interactive mapping is to ensure seamless coordination among ground and air troops, as well as the server, without any damage on the civilian population.
The office to now produce 3D interactive maps so that the security operative will be aware that the office now has in its kitty 3D security maps that can be interactive. Like if you are chasing the insurgents or whatever now, and that is their terrain. That is the beauty of it. Even if they are used to that area, ahead of you going out for your operation, we are telling you that you need to have what can take you to the peak of that hill. If you don't have it, there's no way. So what we are saying is that if you have an interactive map, you have the same opportunity that the man that claims to say, this is my domain. Because there won't be any boundary again. You sit down and you can tell us that this is my own domain too, as a security operative.
Kaduna State Police Command has rescued 3 kidnapped victims and recovered firearms and ammunition, as well as an operational vehicle and motorcycle. One of the victims, a male, was kidnapped at Berde Village, Nikara, local government area of Kaduna State, after which the abductors demanded for the sum of 50 million naira as ransom. He has been medically evaluated and reunited with his family. Similarly, 2 female kidnapped victims were also rescued along Zaria-Kano Expressway after a gun battle with the kidnappers. The police call on the public to be security conscious. More on security, 6 suspects have been arrested for alleged illegal dealings in petroleum. We'll take that one much later. Let's take this one. The fight against oil theft and all forms of illegal dealings in petroleum products has received a major boost as operatives of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Abia State Command, for suspects for their alleged involvement in illegal dealings in petroleum products. Delight Gideon reports that the suspects were paraded before newsmen in Umuahia. Okay, we'll bring that in our subsequent bulletin. Let me take you back to the one I was reading earlier. 6 suspects have been arrested for alleged illegal logging at the Cross River Park. Conservator of the park, Zana Lawan, while parading the suspects, reiterates the commitment of the park rangers to the preservation of the natural resources for the economic benefits of the country. Ode Alenyo reports.
The of Park Lawan says the nation's forest is a preserved territory not just for conservation of wildlife and its habitats, but for the country to properly harness resources for the economic benefit of the people. He warned perpetrators of illegal activities at national parks to desist forthwith, as rangers will sustain the tempo of vigilance to arrest defaulters to face the full wrath of the law.
We cannot allow any form of illegal activities in the park, ranging from illegal entry, possession of weapons, hunting, logging, water poisoning, extraction of any resources in the park is illegal. And there is no way we can do alone. That is why there is need for us to collaborate with all stakeholders, that is, the security agencies, traditional leaders, to see how we can conserve these resources for the benefit of mankind.
The suspects speak on their level of involvement in the crime.
Because I am a job man, that I should go and do him job. I did not know that he took me to National Park Bush. When they met me there in the bush, they arrested me.
I went to forest to cut chewing stick, so they will arrested me.
Within the space of 5 days, the Cross River National Park has arrested over 20 suspected illegal loggers in the park. In Calabar, Ode Alenyo, NTA News.
Despite the existence of international convention prohibiting trade in wildlife, the Murtala Mohammed Airport Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has intercepted 7,000 pieces of donkey genital parts at the point of export. While handing over the seizure to the Nigeria Agricultural Quarantine Service, the Customs Area Controller Sambo Dangaladima expressed shock on why the lives of 7,000 endangered species like donkey will be cut short for monetary gains. Let's hear more details from Michael Olale.
Carefully packed in 15 sacks, the customs explained that the agent approached its officers under the guise that the intending items for export to Hong Kong are cow organs, only for physical examination and perceived smell to reveal they are genital organs of donkeys. On noticing that its game of deceit in trying to export donkey parts worth 40 million naira is over, the customs said the agent escaped from the scene unnoticed.
And we have been trying through the address, but we'll still be trying through the quarantine people to see that if we can trace the people, at least to see that they stop this bad idea they are doing. They are just trying to see that if there is a way they can be bringing in everything about donkey so that they will be exporting it through this terminal, and which we may not allow by the grace of God. This augmentin is antibiotics.
This is just one of the 912 packs of fake drugs intercepted and handed over to the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC. Imported from Pakistan, the customs has been trailing the consignment for 2 weeks after credible information showed that the drugs, about 40,000 tablets, boycott NAFDAC approval and certification. Close to 1,200 packs of tramadol, overshooting the approved threshold and valued at 1.2 billion naira, were also handed over to the NDLEA.
When there is seizure, when we get an arrest, we charge them to court.
The total duty paid value of items handed over to relevant agencies is more than 1.5 billion naira, and despite the challenges in the aviation industry, which has slowed down imports, the command says it's generated more than 35 billion naira between January and June 2022, representing an 18% increase from last year. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NTA News.
The Young Progressives Party, YPP, condemns the deadly attack on the convoy of Senator Ifeanyi Ubah and commiserates with the families of aides and police escorts who lost their lives in the incident. A statement by YPP Publicity Secretary Egbiola Martins indicates that Senator Ifeanyi Ubah is safe and in good condition after escaping the deadly attack and called for arrest and prosecution of the perpetrators. The unfortunate attack occurred on Sunday at Njikoka local government area of Anambra State. Oyo State Commissioner of Police Adebowale Williams has promised to work with the state government to bring succor to the families of victims of the recent auto crash at Lanlate area of the state. He made the promise while visiting victims of the crash. Grace Anyaleke reports.
The accident, which involved a commercial bus from Abeokuta, Ogun State, and a Sienna in a head-on collision, left 14 passengers dead and 2 others in intensive care as the vehicles went up in flames. At an on-the-spot assessment to the Maya Junction crash site, the Oyo State Commissioner of Police, Adebowale Williams, reiterated concerted effort with the Federal Road Safety Commission and the Oyo State Road Traffic Management Authority in enforcing traffic regulations across the state with commensurate sanctions for defaulters.
We're trying our best to see how we can get the families to claim the bodies. And we're going to also liaise with the state government to see what help could be rendered to the ones that are still alive and are going treatment.
While regretting the needless loss of lives, investigation into the cause of the accident was intensified. An effort for families to claim the deceased victims is on the way. In Ibadan, Grace Anyonleke, NTA News.
Let's go on a break. We're back. Please stay tuned.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
Let's take you to Netherlands, where we hear Nigeria is to partner with a broadcast and transmitting manufacturing company to fast-track the nation's DSO project. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed disclosed this after a meeting with the company's World Sales Director on the sidelines of the ongoing International Broadcast Conference held in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Anthony Forson will tell us all about it.
Discussions were tied to finding a lasting solution to the DSO project, which from all indication, the minister expressed satisfaction with.
Transmitter we have today in Gashua was supplied by them, that it has a lot of advantages. Of course, they are looking to, a kind of penetration to the Nigerian market. But we all now offer them a counter proposal, which is we would rather be more interested in them joining us in fighting solution to our DSO, especially because the company told us they have similar experience in advising other territories migration from analog to digital. So we now told them that rather than buy from you 1 or 2 or 3 transmitters, why don't you join us? using the economy of scale to be part of solution to a DSO, which was welcomed by both parties, and they promised to contact us very soon.
We will follow up very soon with our proposal, which will encompass and address all the matters that the Minister has asked us to consider. Not only the part of transmission, which is our primary goal and knowledge, but we will also consider the distribution part, and especially the support to the population.
We have found a kind of room for partnership between us and of course the Italian company, how we can now leverage on this and see that we push the DSO project to a very appreciable level, because there is not much time.
With an efficient completion of the DSO project across the country, it will create a people-centered information society which will connect underserved population and remote communities in Nigeria. In Amsterdam, Netherlands, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
The National Directorate of Employment will soon enlarge the number of Nigerians seeking to be empowered through the scheme. National Coordinator of Savicom gave the indication while presenting an evaluation report carried out in 15 centers of the NTA across the nation. Ikechukwu Ndukwe reports.
Appending this signature from both sides is a mutual agreement to work together to improve on reported areas of strength and weaknesses. Savicom had scored the National Directorate of Employment 50% on timeliness, but found on service delivery, which stood at 38%, urging them to quickly fix most of the NDE state offices and skill acquisition centers, procure equipment for training, and work on staff attitude to customers.
So the essence is to see our weaknesses, see our strengths, advise us on how to capitalize on our strengths and on how to improve on our weaknesses. In fact, for us, we see it as a SWOT analysis, which I think is the first time is being done on NDE itself. So we welcome it.
We want to see them take this higher in terms of number, such that we can get more unemployed Nigerians out of the streets. They can begin to create more wealth. They can begin to be independent. They can begin to be masters of their own businesses.
Director General NDE Abubakar Nuhufikbo thanked the Savicom for a SWOT analysis, promising to work on issues raised. Ikechukwu Ndukwe, NTA News.
3 people have died in Sakua village and surrounding communities in Zaki local government area of Bauchi State, all victims of flash flood caused by seasonal rains. Mahmoud Mohammed reports that the flood has washed off 3 sections on the Azari-Zaki highway.
Last Thursday's downpour washed out 3 portions along Azare-Zaki Highway in Bauchi North Senatorial Zone. According to authorities, the incident was as a result of the overflow of the Hadeja Jama'are rivers that washed away many communities, destroying homes and farmlands. It is business opportunity for canoe owners who convey passengers to and fro. Governor Bala Muhammad has come to assess the damage firsthand.
On behalf of the government and people of both states, to commiserate and extend our condolences to the Zaki and Gama local governments over this very unfortunate incident that happened here. Excessive flooding that has affected farmlands and our homes, over 1,400 houses destroyed.
The Bauchi state government has provided grains and drugs as palliative to the affected communities. In Bauchi, Mahmoud Muhammad, NTA News.
And from Kano, we have spilling water from Tiga Dam in Kano State has destroyed farmlands and a main road linking Rano and Tiga towns in Bebeji, local government area of the state. Amin Umar reports.
The dam is one of the largest dams in Nigeria, covering an area of 178 square kilometers, used mainly for irrigation purposes by thousands of farmers in Kano State and beyond. The dam is increasingly rising in volume recently due to excessive rainfall, causing spillage, which destroyed a main road and farms under cultivation.
The dam didn't collapse. It is the spillway that is discharging too much water. We are now being disconnected from market and hospital, and our farms are destroyed.
Managing Director, Hadeja Jama'ari River Basin Development Authority, Mamun Dao Aliyu, who visited the scene, has however assured the public that there is no imminent danger as the dam is safe with no threat of collapse has been circulated.
There is actually not much to worry about, and the dam has been rehabilitated, brought back to its initial perfect working condition. We have traveled over 3.5 kilometers along the on the dam embankment, and you have seen that the dam is in perfect condition.
He added that the dam is designed to occasionally discharge excess water, but this year the spill has been unprecedented. In Kano, Amin Umar, NTA News.
As the countdown to the 2023 population and housing census continues, the National Population Commission says it is strictly adhering to procurement principles and making transparency its watchword. Chairman of the Commission gave the assurance at a capacity-building workshop on procurement techniques for members of the Commission as part of preparations to deliver a new census data to Nigeria. Oluseyi Adiagbo reports.
Census operation, no doubt, is an herculean task, and a good procurement process is necessary to achieve an effective plan, leveraging on robust forecasting, market analysis, purchasing processes, and cost reduction methodologies. National Population Commission, the agency driving the 2023 census programs, knows it will be accountable on how it manages the resources, now engaging its personnel on census procurement skills and project management techniques.
The Commission is irrevocably committed to accountability and transparency in the spending of funds entrusted in its care, and deliver to this great nation accurate, reliable, and acceptable census.
Resource persons drawn from relevant fields on procurement exposed management and staff of the MPC to risk assessment and analysis in line with 2007 Nigeria's Procurement Act, as well as new ideas in the field of procurement. For the leadership of the MPC, it remains uncompromising in its quest to deliver a credible 2023 population and housing census. Oluseyi Adiagbo, NTA News.
Talking sports, as the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) intensify preparations for its elective congress come September 30th. Football stakeholders are calling for credible aspirants and transparent election. Clement Olarutoba reports.
Football in Nigeria is run by the body called the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) and have the mandate to oversee the game. Members of the NFF are mostly elected with the trust of running every 4 years. The present board of NFF was first elected in September 2014 and re-elected in 2018. How time flies, one may ask. Now it is another election time for the football governing body in Nigeria to usher in new leadership. What are the preparations on ground?
The Electoral Committee has rolled out their timetable, which is also sequential in order. So you follow it. It's either you are buying the form or you are contesting.
A good place right now.
The outgoing board under their watch contended with numerous challenges, ranging from